This is okay. Yeah. Hello. So, welcome to the first clip for the vlog of me reading the well-known, amazing. Well, I don't know if it's amazing. People actually say it's pretty bad, but I hope it's amazing. Seige and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. So, at the time that you're watching this vlog, you've probably seen, or not, if you don't care, my Shadow and Bone vlog, which I've done. And before I started this, so I haven't started this, I decided to open in this vlog a package that came for me from Rebecca Bloom, and I'm going to leave her channel down below because she has a booktube channel. She's an amazing person. I won a giveaway that she hosted, and she was just so caring. She just wanted to know everything that she could in order for the package to get here safe, and I wanted to just show you that it got here. It's huge, and I'm so happy. So I decided to open it, and because this has to do with Seige and Storm, and you will see why. Ooh, it's bubble wrapped. Oh my gosh, girl, you had so much trouble with this. Ooh, I can see it. Oh my god, let's see if I can take these off. Okay, so the first thing that I have is a Grishaverse pin that says the Sun Summoner. Ooh. Focus on the freaking pin. Focus. Ooh, cool. I'm trying to take the book last, but this is not going well. Oh, cool. It's a map of the world of Grisha. Why isn't my... Yes, that's right, focus. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's really gorgeous. I am just now realizing that the permafrost is really close to Azalta. No wonder that the Viridians are trying to fuck up Ravka. I mean, it's so close. Look at that. This, I believe, is where they found the deer. And Azalta is here, so... Wow, it's really... Goddamn. Oh, okay, so this is what it says in the back. It says, "Thank you for being here tonight and celebrating King of Scars with me." So I wasn't there with you tonight, Leigh, but I am definitely celebrating King of Scars with you right now. Without you, there will be no Grishaverse, and this January would have ended long ago. Thank you for being a part of this and adventure, and for bringing so much magic to my world. Love and Monsters, Leigh Bardugo. Oh, that's cool. I'm so glad that I have this. And I love the map. I'm going to consult this way too much. So you pretty much know what's inside this already, don't you? But I'm going to show you. And as you know, in Seige of Storm, it's supposedly the appearance of Nikolai. And I won in Rebecca's giveaway. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, I've never seen it in person. So, focus, goddamn you. So this is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I have never seen it in person. This is way too amazing. So yes, I'm currently here. And, I'm gonna read all of this. Well, maybe not Language of Thorns. I will have to see. Ooh. Zoya. I don't like Zoya. Will I like Zoya in the future? I don't know. God only knows. King of Scars. King of Scars. Okay, I have to take this off. Ooh. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my fucking god. Ooh, this is amazing. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love it. Ooh, I'm so lucky. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I am in love. And I felt like this. It is! It is signed! Ooh, I am living my best life right now. Thank you so much, Rebecca. This is just... Oh, it's gorgeous. I fucking love this. It's a really beautiful book. So, yeah. The only ones that are missing still are Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which are supposedly on their way to me. And now, this is about Seige of Storm, so I'm going to stop. Bye! Okay, but did I update you about my reading? Absolutely not. And I'm sorry about that, but I am already on page 142, which is chapter. Why is it so dark in my room? Okay, let's go this way. Chapter 1, chapter 10. Chapter 10. Okay, so what happened so far? I don't understand why people say that Seige and Storm it has second book syndrome because everything is fucking happening in this book all at the same time, all high stakes, a lot of action packed moments like who are you and why do you consider that to be second book syndrome, because I don't. So basically they were at the other end of the country and Mal and Alina were trying to hide, and then the Darkling fucking showed up and he was like, no, you're gonna come back with me. And we find out, well, I already knew about it, but we find out that there are more amplifiers. And so they go and hunt this little dragon beastie, which I actually thought it was a horned serpent and not a dragon. But I mean, was I wrong? Okay, so it was a dragon and they hunt him, and it was really a fast hunting for the dragon, but in the hunting everything happens. And basically we've met Nikolai, but I was second guessing everything because he was supposed to be this great character and he was presented as a privateer or sort of like a pirate that did anything for money. And I was like, dude, what happened to you? Are you an evil character? What are you? But he was really funny, really spirited. And when he and all of his crew kind of mutinied against the Darkling to save Alina, it was pretty awesome. I loved it. But I had to admit, I was like, is this Nikolai? Because everyone says that we're meeting Nikolai and he's supposed to be sort of a pirate-ish kind of character. But then he would do something and I was like, but Nikolai is supposed to be blonde. He doesn't have red hair. And obviously he had a tailor. Like, obviously, I'm so stupid. Like, when Alina understood that there were Grisha in the crew of Nikolai, I should have known. I was like, okay, so he's changing his face. Because everyone was saying, like, his face is weird, his nose looks broken, everything. And I was like, but why though? Isn't he supposed to be, like, sexy? I mean, I like a broken nose. I mean, why is a little strange, anyone? But isn't he supposed to be like, what is going on? And obviously, then I got that he was disguised, obviously. But is he stupid though? Not stupid. It's like, why does he take so many risks? What does he want to prove? I mean, I understand that he wants the throne, but what does he need to prove by taking so many risks? Like, going into the Shadowfold was not needed. And obviously it went really badly because... But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed how he was like, do you want to marry me and like have Mal as your guard captain so you can fuck behind my back, because I really just need your name and not... Well, I want to produce an heir with you, but I don't want to fuck you all the time, and you can fuck Mal, it's okay. And Mal was so angry, and I loved how Alina punched him in the face when he was like, oh, I'm Nikolai and I brought the Sun Summoner home to Ravka, and she was like, the fuck? And punched him right in the face. It was great. I don't know why people don't like Alina. I feel like she has a great character development. I don't know, she's just so tempted to power, but at the same time she really wants to help her country. She's really a patriot, but she's tempted by the power that she has, like when she risks to use the 2 amplifiers and it's the only thing that she feels is power. And why does everyone hate Mal? Because he's been nothing but supportive. He's just trying to call her attention to what really matters, because sometimes she can be a little bit ambitious, which is nice, and she is doing it for the right reasons, as opposite to the Darkling, who has done it for all the wrong reasons, although he's ambitious as well. But Mal is just saying, like, Alina, maybe take a moment, just consider what you're doing and think if what you're doing is because of the people or because of the power or because of yourself, and think sometimes you have to think of yourself and not as much as on the other people that rely on you, because you're not doing that. And I don't know, he's been nothing but supportive. I mean, he completely annihilates himself to do what she wants. And I don't know how, like, people, that's not healthy, first of all, but people always say, like, he's not supportive, he hates that she has power. I have never seen, neither in the first book or in this book, that he hates that she has power. He hates what power can do to her. He knows, he's seen the Darkling, he's seen ambition, he knows what power can do, and he knows that she's tremendously powerful, and he doesn't know what 3 amplifiers can do to her. So he's worried about her. He loves her. And at the same time, he's also a little bit jealous that she has the power, but he never denied her anything. He just feels like a normal person. Like, I don't know what problem you have with Mal. Sincerely, unless he fucks it up for the rest of this book or for the third one, I cannot for the life of me understand why people hate Mal. The Darkling, I love the Darkling, but not as a love interest for Alina. I love the Darkling because he is what a villain character should be like. He thinks that he's right, he has so much ambition, and he just wants to do it for the sake of himself, but he tricks himself saying that he wants to do it for the sake of the country. He wants to rule, he just wants to be powerful. But he tries to trick himself into saying and thinking that he's doing it for others. Which, obviously, when you have a great ambition, but you can trick yourself, this is a psychological statement. As a psychological major, I know this. Sometimes when you're making the wrong decisions, you try to nullify your guilt by using phrases and thoughts that will allow you to think that you are doing the correct thing, even though in the bottom of your heart you know that it's not socially correct, or that's not the supposed thing that you should do. It's a thing. It's a defense mechanism for ambitious people, basically, and for people that know no boundaries, basically. And he's so great. The way that he came scarred from the Shadowfold and with the ability to manipulate the darkness even more because of Alina. And wow, I just love it. I love it how he's not merciful. I love it how, I love all of the dynamics that he has with everyone. Everyone is so scared of him, and he's great. He's a great villain. I don't like him. I would understand shipping him with Alina if she had any inclination to actually harm people. She has killed people before, but not as a first resort. And she has done it as a last resort, and he is a first resort. So that's the difference between people. And I understand how she doubts herself because she feels like she's like him, but she's not really like him. I feel like she's a great character. She's not exclusively a hero, but she's not a villain either. She's really cool. But he's a villain, and I would understand shipping them if she had any inclination whatsoever to be an evil character, but she doesn't. She has an inclination to self-doubt. She has an inclination to really wanting power, but you've never heard her said, like, I want power to rule. She's just trying to do the best that she can with what she has, and to defeat him. So I don't understand, and he's not particularly, obviously that villainous character is attractive. I like the trope of attractive and dynamic and powerful villains, but I don't like their dynamic at all. I like it in a villain-hero dynamic, not in a shipping dynamic. I cannot. I don't ship Alina and the Darkling. I love how he sometimes talks to her like he wants to hate fuck her, and she's like, damn. But that's just for me to laugh about, because the things that he does to her, like, oh, okay, so I'm just going to carve your face up unless Mal finds the amplifier. Do we have to? And she's like, well, you threatened me. You threatened to cut my face off. And he was like, it was a threat, Alina. Threats are that. You threaten doing something so that people will do it. And she's like, so you weren't going to do it. And he was like, I didn't say that. It was so fun. I was like, I didn't say I wouldn't get a bitch. But it was so nice. I'm really actually enjoying the Grishaverse, the Grisha trilogy by itself. And if Six of Crows is better than this, oh my god, this, this is really good. I'm actually loving the second book more than I love the first one because everything is happening. It's so. Now they're going to Azalta again with Nikolai, and she's going to reclaim the second army. I believe it's what's called the Grisha army, and that's going to be so much fun. So I'm going to stop this update in here, and I'm going to try to update you in shorter progresses. But I don't know if I do it, so we'll see. But I am really enjoying the second book. Seige and Storm right now is my favorite book. The first one had a little bit of a slow beginning, and this one is pretty cool. It had a little bit of a slow beginning as well, but not as slow as the other one because everything happened, and yeah. Okay, so I finished Seige and Storm, and you're going to be like, "Oh, excuse us, but you didn't update us." And I really didn't, but because this book is just so fast paced and everything is happening at once, that if I wanted to read it, I didn't have time to actually comment with you. But I have to say that I like this book way more than I like Shadow and Bone. I absolutely love Seige and Storm. I don't rate my books, but if I would, this is going to be like a 4-ish something stars, maybe? I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I like how there's all of this situation in which Alina gets pushed to power and she starts to change because of all of the adversities and all of the needs that she feels. And it's really interesting. Again, I love the Darkling as a villain, but not as like love interest, because I feel like if someone screams or wants to scream every time that you appear in a room, probably that relationship is not good. And every time that he appeared to her in her supposed hallucinations, that you then find out that weren't hallucinations, she genuinely wanted to scream, and I was like, boy, you're not doing that shit right. I mean, one thing is screaming in pleasure, which was not really the case, and another, very differently, is being completely afraid of you in the way that you have to almost claw your eyes out when you see him. I really enjoyed how the dynamics between her and Mal changed, because obviously a relationship cannot stand all of that pressure without showing some cracks. And I feel like, again, I cannot see why people hate Mal. I understand his decisions, I understand what he's trying to do. You're just like that because Alina is your main character, and indirectly you don't want to see her suffer, and you see things from her point of view. But if you try to distance yourself a little bit, Mal is seeing how power is changing Alina, and he's frightened that there's no turning back for her. He's frightened that she gets like the Darkling. He's frightened because she says that she will never give the power up, and that she's having visions, but at the same time she still wants a third amplifier. So it's normal that someone that cares for you tells you, like, you have to stop and take a step back and see what this is doing to you, because you're not doing that, and that's not right, that's not correct. And I feel like he's challenging her to see beyond the power, and that's great. And I don't know why people, I have to say, from the three supposed interests, Nikolai, Mal, and the Darkling, Mal for me is the one. I mean, he always stands by her, even when sometimes she is not in the right. And I do like Alina as well, because I feel like her struggles are very, very typical. She is not that supposed hero that never wavers, that never feels like I'm wrong or whatever. She's a hero, but with a lot of darkness inside her. People are not black or white, they have both. And I like to see how she feels attracted to power, how she feels herself change. Like when she goes and meets Bagram, and she sees that she's blind, and she's like, okay, but I need your help to find a Firebird. And Bagra says, basically, go fuck yourself. She's like, I can take everything away from you. And then she's like, shit, what am I saying? This is an old woman that is now blind. Why am I saying these things? But at the same time, she feels all the anger of not being able to do what she wants and try to, because as a matter of fact, she's actually fighting for the good of the people, supposedly. So she just wants to have something to overcome the Darkling with, but she does not feel like she can do it because there are so many obstacles in her way, and she feels like she needs the power. And at the same time, obviously, power costs people. And it's really nice. And the final battle between her and the Darkling, where she just gets his power and she's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. It was so cool. But I really wish that, I understand why she couldn't die, because there's a third book and there's a third amplifier, so obviously the final combat will be in that book. but I wish that she would have, I don't know. Supposedly she doesn't have her powers and she can't summon anymore because of everything that happened. Like, she's so broken inside that she doesn't have any more powers. But I don't quite believe that. Obviously she will when she finds the third amplifier. And I wish that there was something more coming out of that battle between her and the Darkling. Like, I don't know, something that would stay. Also, obviously, I know that Nikolai escaped because there's a whole book about him and there's a third book. But I really enjoy Nikolai. He's a pretty cool character. I feel like he's a great character, actually. He has a lot of character development. He is pretty awesome. He has the best one-liners of the book. But I understand why people love him so, but I do say so myself that I also love the other characters. So for me, he wasn't the saving grace of this book. I felt like this book was really cool. I am afraid of the next book because I know, supposedly from what people tell me, I know the ending-ish in a way. I know who the third amplifier is or what it is. And I know that supposedly she's going to spend a lot of time in the darkness, like in those catacombs. And it's going to be more slow-paced, supposedly. So I'm really scared for that because I love this one because it was so fast-paced. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to see. I feel like supposedly the Darkling supposedly is going to die in Ruin and Rising. I don't know, but I want to see how that goes because I like the Darkling as a villain. I like how he's so ambitious and so set in doing something. I mean, I really enjoy him. But I don't really want him to die. And I saw in a Q&A with Leigh Bardugo that in the third book we figure out what's his name. And I'm like, please don't be Antoine or something like that, or like George or something, or I don't know, or Theodore. I mean, be something. I don't know. What name can you give the Darkling? I mean, I'm so excited for that because I feel like if I'm not going to laugh out loud, then it's a good name. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean, but I don't care. Basically, I really liked Seige and Storm. I'm liking the Grisha trilogy way more than I thought I would. So this for me is already being a win. And I'm very excited to go into Ruin and Rising. I'm sorry this vlog wasn't very detailed, but I didn't have a lot of time to update you. And because I wanted to continuously read, I just couldn't stop and update you. And it was really nice. I feel very sorry for the little dragon in the beginning to get the amplifier. I like that dragon. Oh, and Genya! She's supposed to be completely disfigured right now, like with only one eye and stuff. Ooh. And I don't know, I know that there's a phrase that is, I am not ruin, I am ruination, which is probably from the next book. And now I know that the pilgrims have started called Genya the Ruined. And I'm not really sure. I thought that phrase would be by Alina, but maybe that phrase would be said by Ganya. And I fucking wanted it to because... And how David just went and got her. David! I really like David. I mean, he's a little me, always alone, reading, well, not reading his books, but working on his shit. I hope to see more of them, Genya and David. They deserve the world. They're little cinnamon rolls. And now I finally understand why all of the bookmarks of Alina have her with sort of blondish white hair, because now she lost all the color of her hair. And normally she's described as a brown hair sort of girl, just like me. And I was like, well, why do people... I know that she's the Sun Summoner, but she has brown fucking hair. Like, stop always wanting your heroes to be gorgeous and blonde. She has brown hair. And now that I know that she has white hair, I'm like, well, fuck it. I was identifying with you, bitch. Why did you have to have white hair? But I love white hair as well, so... I just hope that she finds the third amplifier and gets so pumped. I mean, I want to see the Darkling get fucking beaten. But at the same time, I really wanted him to win because he's a cool villain. I don't know. I am very excited for Ruin and Rising. That's what I have to say. So, that's going to be the end for this vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you've read Seige and Storm, tell me something in the comments down below. But no spoilers for Ruin and Rising because I haven't read that one yet. Contain yourselves. So yeah, happy readings to you all. Bye!